Hi guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. This is Amelia from Amelia Makes, and in this video I want to quickly show you the stitches in crochet that come after your treble crochet stitch or your triple crochet stitch. The triple crochet stitch is pretty common in crochet patterns and projects, but there are stitches that are even taller than your triple crochet stitch, or treble as it's called. It makes sense to call this a triple crochet stitch. You'll see I have a row of those here because these stitches are about as high as 3 chains. And so a lot of times you will chain 3 to get started. And then once you have your you've drawn your yarn through and you yarn over, you have to draw the yarn through your loops 3 times. This is how I remember the differences between the crochet stitches. So that is a triple crochet stitch. And it's pretty common. It's getting on the tall side, but there are stitches, like I said, that are even taller. So we're going to go over them really quickly. After we do our treble crochet, the next stitch is not called a quadruple crochet. It's actually just called a double treble crochet, which sounds like double trouble, but it's called a double treble crochet, and it is about as high as 4 chains. And we're going to yarn over 3 times. We're going to insert our hook, pull it through, and we have to draw our yarn through 4 times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is a double treble crochet. It's just a little bit higher, right? It's as high as 4, so I'm going to do it a few more times. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4. And one more time. Oops, there's a lot of yarn overs here. I keep forgetting some of them. 1, 2, 3, I missed something. Let me do that one more time. Sorry, I'm looking at myself crocheting through the camera some of these times, and I'm not quite used to that yet. There we go, 4. All right, so you can already see that this is longer than our treble crochets down here. All right, the next stitch is our triple treble. So we're kind of using the treble crochet stitch as a base for naming all of the other stitches that come after them. So with a triple treble, we're going to yarn over 4 times, and our stitch is going to be about as high as 5 chains. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yarn over 4 times. I'm going to go into the next stitch here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see we got a little taller there. Okay, this is our triple treble. I'm going to do it one more time. You can see that why these are not as common. It's a little bit confusing, and we just get these really tall stitches that are very pretty still. There's still a lot of use for them, but they're just not in a lot of patterns, you know, that are going to be easy and geared for beginners. They're in the more complicated patterns in some places, but not when you first get started. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4 for our triple treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I guess I should do one more because I did 3 of the other. See, all of these follow the same basic principle of how you yarn over and pull through 2 at a time, but it's just a matter of how much you're doing that and how tall your stitch is. So the last one we're going to go over is called the quadruple treble, and as you might have guessed, it's about as tall as 6 chains, and you're going to yarn over 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. That's pretty big. You can see like that's several inches big in one stitch. So let me do that a few more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull my yarn through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna finish out the row this way with this big guy. I have only seen this stitch in one pattern that I've actually done, and I've been crocheting for almost 20 years, so definitely not as long as some people, and some people I'm sure have used this a lot, but I just hadn't come across it. And so when I was learning how to do it, I didn't see a ton of instruction on how to do these really big stitches, and so I just thought I would put this little video together to give you an overview so you can see, oh, it's not so overwhelming. It's just a matter of how tall each stitch is going to end up being, how many times you yarn over, and then how long it takes you to do each stitch. Because as you can see, here's our treble crochet stitches. These are so big that you make a lot of progress with every row that you do if you were just going to do rows of these, but each stitch takes a little bit longer because you are yarning over and pulling your yarn through so many times. So those are our taller stitches. Obviously, you could just keep going and you could make stitches that are even bigger, but I don't know that there's actually a name for them. I'm sure there are. It's kind of like just having these huge, enormous numbers, like kids ask, well, what comes after billions and trillions? I don't know what the name is for what comes after a quadruple treble. I'm sure it's out there. You can know it's technically possible, but I'm stopping here because, like I said, this is the tallest stitch I've ever seen in patterns, and just looking at these next 3 stitches after a treble gives you this idea that this pattern of how we make these crochet stitches just keeps going and going and going. And it doesn't have to be this complicated thing, it's just that these stitches can get really big. So I hope this is helpful to you. I hope that if you are watching this and you don't yet know how to do a treble crochet stitch, or you don't know how to do the other basic stitches, that you will please look at one of my videos going over one of the smaller stitches, the more basic stitches like single crochet or double crochet. Those are just shorter versions of what I just did. And once you learn how to do even 1 or 2 stitches, you'll really be on a roll and be able to do a lot of different projects. So again, here we've got our triple crochets, our treble crochets, our double treble, our triple treble, and our quadruple treble. And now you can say that you know how all of those are made. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope that if you ever come across these, or if you're working on a project with these, that it's been super helpful. Thank you so much. Bye.